close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Line into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
It's worth the wait. It's the championship between the West Fargo Packers and the Fargo North Spartans. It's the 2 seed featuring the 4 seed here today in the EDC Softball Championship. Welcome to our pregame show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. I'm Chase Miller with you here on yourliveevent.com. For Fargo North, it's the first time they made it to this particular game since 2018. Well, for the West Fargo Packers, they're looking to go back-to-back with wins in the EDC Softball Tournament Championship game. The winner of this game, well, they will match up with the 4 seed from the West in Bismarck High. The loser of this game will match up with the number 3 seed from the West in the Mandan Braves. We already know that Minot and Red River and Dickinson is going up against West Fargo Cheyenne. So 2 matches are set with 2 to go, and the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. For the West Fargo Packers, able to get here with a 8-6 win over West Fargo Cheyenne. Grace Weary picked up the win, 7 innings of work, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 walks with 6 strikeouts. In the game, they hit a couple of homers, a solo blast by Sydney Dine, a 2-run homer for Grace Fetter. Well, for the Fargo North Spartans, they defeated Grand Forks Red River 10-7 to get here. Jada Purdy picked up the complete game win, giving up 11 hits, those 7 runs with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. For the Fargo North Spartans, they got going early with 4 runs in the first inning, and they never trailed against Grand Forks Red River. For the West Fargo Packers, they're 21-6 on the season. For Fargo North, they are 12-6. When we come back after this, we'll let you know what happened in the matchup earlier between these 2 teams, starting lineups, and get you ready for the first pitch. It's the 2024 EDC Tournament Championship on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's Military Appreciation Night and First Responder Night. Sponsored by FM Drain Cleaning and Services, Leinenkugels, and Finley Motors. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
As we come back here, as they are introducing both teams ahead of the national anthem and the first pitch here today, let's take a look at what happened earlier between these 2 respective clubs this season with West Fargo and Fargo North. They last met just a few days ago, 11 days ago, for their only matchup of the season, in which West Fargo defeated Fargo North 11-4 with the win for the Packers. Packers 6 losses on the season, 2 to West Fargo Cheyenne, 1 to Red River, 1 to Moorhead, and then 1 to Bismarck Century, and another to Bismarck Legacy. While on the opposite side for the Fargo North Spartans, their losses on the season to West Fargo Cheyenne, Devils Lake, Jamestown, Red River, Bismarck Legacy, and West Fargo High. So that's a look at both of these teams in terms of what happened earlier today for both respective clubs. When we come back after this, we'll get you ready for the opening pitch and the starting lineups between the Packers, and alongside the Fargo North Spartans here, this is our pregame show, again brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway. Check out the World of Outlaws late models on June the 29th in Ada. Tickets now available at normancountyraceway.com. That again is normancountyraceway.com. Overcast skies, the sun is starting to peek through a little bit, and opening pitch around 65 degrees, and we expect good weather to finish things off here for the EDC Tournament Championship. The Fargo North Spartans, head coach by Taylor Ludlam, while Pat Johnson is the head coach for the West Fargo Packers. Spartans in their blue, the Packers in their green, as we are ready here for the national anthem. So we'll step aside when we come back after this. It's the starting lineups and the opening pitch between the Spartans and the Packers. This is the 2024 EDC Tournament Softball Championship on YourLiveEvent.com.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
It's the most prestigious, challenging, rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The World of Outlaws Kings Late Models.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet Smartstrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, Smartstrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for Smartstrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Final game of the day here on YourLiveEvent.com, featuring the West Fargo Packers and the Fargo North Spartans. That does it for our pregame show, again brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Friday night races start at 7 in West Fargo. For more information, go to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com or check out Donnie Schatz in the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars on August the 24th, just under 3 months away. Also, for high school football fans, August the 23rd is the first Friday Night Lights for high school football in the state of North Dakota. Some getting after that on the 30th, but we will be 3 months away once we get to the fall. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about the EDC Softball Tournament Championship game here between the Spartans and the Packers. First pitch getting underway here in the circle with Finn. This one will be a foul ball. It's 0-1. First pitch at 6:48. 6:48 with the first pitch. As we get this one underway, Olivia Calbis with Aubrey King and Leah Hoffman here batting 1, 2, and 3 in the Fargo North lineup. This one will come in and hit Olivia in at the knee. She looks to be all right as she will get aboard with a hit by pitch. Kinley Fisher will be batting cleanup here as Olivia walks it off a little bit up the first baseline. Jada Purdy batting 5th. Brooklyn Woodard 6th with Ness batting 7th. Riley batting 8th, and Sonia Gorder is batting 9th with Schneider in the circle here for the Spartans. Looking to bunt. This one goes foul at 0-1. Oslin in left, Kackman in center with Krenz in right. Weary is at first base, Doctor at second, Dye at short, Vetter at third, and Pappenfuss behind the plate here for the West Fargo Packers with Finn in the circle. Aubrey with the 0-1 in there for a strike at no balls and 2 strikes. Fargo North, 4 runs that they scored against Red River and never trailed. Here's the 0-2 pitch upcoming. Going to be hit in the air. Opportunity for the first baseman, and we'll have about a foot or 2 with Weary, and there's a pop out, and there's 1 down. As Hoffman will dig in next. The pitch, that'll miss, now 1-0. The 2024 Class A Girls Senior Athlete of the Year, Jocelyn Schiller from Grand Forks, Red River. Capping off a tremendous career for the Rough Riders as this one in there for a strike at 1-1. The Class B Senior Athlete of the Year, Elise Wisniewski from Central Cass. Here's the pitch. That'll miss. The throw down back to first. Calbus will still be in there now, 2-1. Senior Athlete of the Year in Class A goes to Jaron McNichols from Bismarck. And Riley Sunram from Kindred is your Class B Boys Senior Athlete of the Year. The 2-1. That'll miss, now 3-1. Also, congratulations to Fargo South's Cameron Doctor, named the Boys Track and Field Coach of the Year in Class A. Here's the 3-1 offering. This one will go and into the West Fargo dugout. Now 3-2. So some of the awards making its way from the capital, the state track and field meet. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch. This is going to be foul. We'll do it all over again at 3-2. Bismarck Legacy wins the team score in Class A. Century is second, Mine at third. Legacy fourth, and Fargo South is fifth on the Class A boys side at state track and field. So we'll get a time here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner at first in Calbus here, and then we're actually going to get a balk on the play. So Olivia will take her way. So put that on your bingo card. And Leah Hoffman will take also first base here. So it will be a illegal pitch, as that'll give them the walk, and that'll allow the runners to move to first and second. So now all of a sudden Fisher comes up, the sophomore catcher. The Spartans going back through the EDC softball tournament, going back to 2018, looking at some of the history. A 1 or 2 seed has won the EDC softball tournament every year. The 5 seed was the lowest to make it in Fargo North in 2018. They lost to Valley City 9-0. But now the 4 seed here in this tournament trying to knock down both the 1 and the 2 seeds here to get to this particular juncture. And they knocked off number 5, Devil's Lake, earlier in the week. This one swung on and missed. Now 2-1. Win this game, you put yourself in a situation to play the Demons of Bismarck High. You lose, you'll play the Mandan Braves. First time Mandan has ever made state in softball. This one will be in there for a strike. Now 2-2. EDC softball tournament here on yourliveevent.com. The lights are on here at Coss Field in Castleton. A 2-2 upcoming. Swung on and missed, and Aubrey Finn gets the strikeout. 1 down here in the first. Make that 2 down here in the first. As you will have Jada coming up. Purdy, the sophomore shortstop, North with a chance to get the first run of the game. With a base knock, Purdy swung on and missed. It's now 0-1. Packers and Spartans here in the EDC Tournament Championship. The 0-1. This is going to be up the third baseline. That'll go foul at 0-2. West Fargo in EDC volleyball was up 2-0 against Fargo North in a state qualifying game before North came all the way back and eventually made state in volleyball on the girls' side this year. The 0-2 pitch. That'll miss, now 1-2. Fargo North basketball with Coach Kaluza in his final season before he stepped away, able to make it to another state qualifying game the last 2 years for the Spartans. Unable to make state, but got to the state qualifier, lost to Davies in the last 2 years. The 1-2 pitch, that'll miss, now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 runners on and 2 outs here. North threatening right off the bat in the EDC title. Here's the 2-2 upcoming. This will run in, now 3-2. Red River, the 3, Cheyenne, the 4. Fargo North, the new team this year at state after Grand Forks Central beat North last year in a state qualifier. This one swung, and this will be foul tipped, and we'll do it again. North lost last season in a state qualifying game to the Knights, 11-7. Well, West Fargo beat Red River in the EDC Tournament Championship, 5-1. 3-2 pitch upcoming. This is going to be hitting the air to center, dying, and oh, what a backhanded glove by Kackman. The All-State selection from a season ago flashes the leather and saves a run. There were no runs on the play, no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We played a half inning. Fargo North scoreless, while the West Fargo Packers are coming to the plate here on your liveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
What a play again by Caitlin Kackman in center field. A diving play in center to literally rob at least one. If that gets by her, that's 2 runs with 2 hits with 2 outs in the inning. So for the West Fargo Packers, right on cue, you make a nice defensive play. You bat leadoff here with Caitlin Kackman, the junior center fielder. Sydney Dye will be batting second with Courtney Doctor third. Krenz is fourth with Vetter fifth, and Grace Weary batting in the 6th spot. Aubrey Finn is 7th with Williams 8th, and Oslin is batting 9th with Patman Fuss will be the catcher in the flex spot. Here will be 1-0. Hoffman in left field here for Fargo North, the 1-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. Calbus is at center with Gorder in right field. Here's the 1-1 pitch. I'll miss, now 2-1. King at third with Purdy at short. Ness is at second. Asted at first, and then Fisher behind the plate. Schneider with the pitch. And it'll be 3-1. Lauren Schneider again in the circle here for the Fargo North Spartans. 3 balls and a strike. Lashed, and this will go right to Pat Johnson. Pat didn't even need to move. It went right to him up the third base coach's box. May the force be with you, Pat. It's now 3-2. Sydney Dye due up next. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way. That'll miss. Kackman draws a leadoff walk, and there's a runner on here for the Packers in the first inning. As Sydney Dye, the senior shortstop, will dig in now for the Packers. King playing even with the bag at third. The pitch, first pitch swinging. This one is popped up. This might drop, and it will. It's a base knock on the way to center. Calbus going to get there. Ness going to get there. Dye with a perfectly executed single. And the Packers with 2 runners on with the very first 2 batters of the contest. As you will have now Courtney Doctor, the senior second baseman with West Fargo now threatening in the first with nobody out. This one will miss for a ball at 1-0. Last game was a doozy, an hour and 13 minutes, 2-1. We'll see what the championship has here. There's an out on a line drive to Purdy, who didn't have to move. So there's one down here as they look back the runners. Kackman scampers back to second, and Dye retrieves back to first. Krenz to the plate. She will take a strike now, 0-1. No balls and a strike here, the pitch. Little miss. Now 1-1 upcoming. The 1-1 on the way. Hit on the ground. This one goes to the second baseman. Ness does a really good job getting the glove to it, number one, taking her momentum to first. 4-3 on the putout, and there's two down. Runners do advance 60 feet. 4-3 on the putout as Vetter now steps up to the plate. Kackman at third, Dye at second, Grace Vetter. First pitch swinging, hits one up the third base line. That'll go foul at 0-1. Speaking of Grace Vetter earlier here for West Fargo, how about this stat line? A single, a two-run homer, a single with a run scored for the West Fargo Packers in their win over Cheyenne. This one's going to be hit to center right on the screws, and climbing the ladder is Calbus there in center field. Line drive that goes awry. No runs a hit. There were no errors and two runners left on base. Scoreless after one in the EDC Softball Tournament Championship.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Some good defense for both teams in the first and the second. We'll see what that allows us to see as this game continues. EDC baseball, Devils Lake over Fargo South 6-2. Shanley defeated West Fargo Cheyenne 4-0. Some of the finals across the way. Shanley will be the number one seed. The EDC championship game will not be contested, so the two undefeated teams will be seeded for the state tournament by their tournament seed line. Shanley will be the 1, and Fargo North will be the 2 when it comes to baseball. A state qualifier will be Devils Lake against Horace and Davies against Cheyenne. Those are the state qualifying games currently in action when it comes to baseball. As this one will be a strike. Now 0-1, Brooklyn Woodard, the sophomore designated player, followed by Ness and then Riley coming to the plate. Here's the 0-1. This will be in there for a strike now at 0-2. Aubrey Finn looking for her second strikeout in the circle. After Grace Weary pitched a complete game against West Fargo Cheyenne, and Aubrey Finn gets Woodard to go chasing, and there is the second strikeout. One down here in the second. As now you'll have Ness, the junior second baseman. With one down here. Fargo North left two runners on in the top half of the first inning. West Fargo also left two runners on in the first half in their opportunity in the bottom half of the first. No balls and a strike on the way to the number 7 batter. Ness fouls this one off, now 0-2. So 4 pitches thrown, 4 strikes here for Finn in the second. State A baseball and softball will be in Dickinson coming up beginning on Thursday. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Finn with back-to-back strikeouts. 3 of the last 4 batters she's punched out via the K. As Rasted will come on here. This one will be a ball. Riley, the junior first baseman, then Gorder due up after that, then back to top of the lineup with Olivia. 1 ball and a strike on the way as Finn. This will miss. Now 2-0. 17th game, make that the 19th game of the season here for North. For West Fargo Cheyenne, it's their 28th game of the year. 2-0 pitch by Finn. That'll miss. Now 2-1. Make that 3-0, excuse me. Right in on the other side after 6 games. So 3 balls, no strikes on the way here. 2 outs. Taken all the way. That will be for a ball, and Riley is aboard. So you got a hit by pitch in the first. And now Rastek gets aboard here in the second. Sonia Gorder will be coming up to the plate now here for the Spartans. The pitch. Quick little flip throw back to first. Getting in there is Riley. It's now 1-0. For the Packers, they'll be sending Grace Weary to the plate. 6, 7, and 8 batters in the bottom half of the second inning. The 1-0 pitch. Big swing, now 1-1. Gorder, the freshman here. The nice thing for both of these teams, no matter the outcome, you're heading to state next week. Now it's just a matter about placing. The 1-1. I'll be in the turf. Now 2-1. Two balls and a strike here. The number 9 batter. Gorder swings, and this one goes foul. Now 2-2. Sonia Gorder trying to see if she can bring Calbus up to the plate. Well, for Aubrey Finn, looking to strike out the side here in the second. This will almost hit her. Now will be 3-2. So back-to-back 3-ball counts here for Finn in the circle after having 4 consecutive pitches that were strikes to begin this inning. 3-2 on the way. Hit right back up the middle off the glove of Finn. This will go to second baseman in time for the putout. 1-4-3 on the putout. Finn doctored a Weary, and Gorder is retired. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played an inning and a half here in the EDC Championship from Castleton, scoreless on your live event.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig. Backs at Boganry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Bottom of the second inning here in Castleton. Weary, Finn, and Brooklyn Williams, the 8th grader, getting the start here after coming in as a sub. So again, 6, 7, and 8 batters here for the West Fargo Packers. Bottom of the second inning. Scoreless between the Spartans and the Packers here on yourliveevent.com. West Fargo winners in 2019 in this tournament. Runners up 2 years ago to Cheyenne, and last year defeating Red River 5-1 in the EDC Tournament Championship. Grace Weary, the senior first baseman here for West Fargo, the winning pitcher against Cheyenne, comes up to the plate. First pitch swinging, hits one out into center. Calbus is able to get there, a line drive out and a fly out. Back-to-back outs here to the center fielder, and there's one down in the bottom half of the second inning. Aubrey Finn, the senior pitcher, slashes this one foul, as it's now 0-1. So one down here on one pitch to Weary. Finn falls behind the count, now 0-1. As Schneider looks in, the 0-1 off speed, that'll be out of the zone at 1-1. And so Twins all of a sudden, after losing 7 straight, they've now won 4 consecutive games. When you talk about baseball being a game of runs, well, the Twins seasons kind of felt like a game of runs. A long winning streak, long losing streak. Now you've won 4 straight. here for the Minnesota Twins. The 1-2 pitch. This one will be a strikeout, but trying to reach base. This will go through the glove of Rasted as Aubrey Finn is able to reach base. So it is a strikeout, but she's able to get aboard. So all of a sudden now for West Fargo, they get a runner on after Fisher couldn't quite handle that completely, as West Fargo will have a courtesy runner as well here for the Packers, as it'll be Jordan Rosenthal. So Rosenthal will come on here with the 8th grade designated player, Brooklyn Williams, digging in. Oh, maybe all of a sudden we saw a lot of the runs and hits go out of the first handful of games here in Castleton, because runs were going out like they were on sale. They just kept on coming every couple of innings. But now all of a sudden we've seen a little bit of a pitcher's duel from a 2-1 state qualifier, and so far scoreless here in the second. This one will miss to Brooklyn Williams at 1-0. Here's the 1-0. I'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. Osland due up next here for the Packers, and back to the top of the lineup with Caitlin Kackman. 1-1 pitch. I'll make it 2-1. Nice looking center field cam, gives you a good look at second, the pitcher's circle, and also the batter's box here. Now 2-2. Runner at first base. Rosenthal again with the 2-2 pitch upcoming. This is going to be hit in the air. That's to right. The right fielder and Gorder able to track it for the outs. So Schneider gets her second out in the circle, and there's 2 down here in the second. Delia Osland, the senior left fielder now for the Packers. Schneider with the pitch. Good off-speed pitch in there for a strike. It's now 0-1. Caitlin Kackman then due up next for the Packers. Schneider trying to get the Spartans back into the dugout. Here's a flared ball out to straightaway center, and that'll die for a base knock. Osland gets a single. Rosenthal able to scamper to second. Runners at first and second here. So first time through the lineup for the Packers. 2 singles, a walk, and then able to get a strikeout with a runner on. So Schneider, an inning and 2/3 here the first time through the lineup. This will be in the turf. Fisher able to keep it there, now 1-0. Packers left 2 runners on in scoring position in the first. Now they have a runner at first and second here in the second. The pitch is going to be hit, and that's through to left field. Hoffman comes in. Here's the turn, the throw at home. Do they get her? No, they cannot. Caitlin Kackman with an opposite field single, and the West Fargo Packers have a 1-0 lead. Rosenthal comes in to score. Osland goes first to third. Kackman with the RBI single here as the Packers have taken the first lead of the contest in the bottom of the second inning. Schneider, this will miss for a ball at 1-0. So 1-0 on the play. As this will miss now 2-0. Batter number 6 of the inning. Good piece of hitting too by Kackman, not doing too much with that softball, just hitting it the opposite field and allowing the run to come in with 2 outs. 2-0 pitch. Kackman's going to make her way to second base. It's now 3-0 as the Packers will have runners in scoring position. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs here to Sydney Dye. And Dye will take a 4-pitch walk. Base is full of Packers, and if West Fargo gets another run across, you're going to go back to that should-have-been strikeout to possibly really cost the Fargo North Spartans here in the second inning. It would have been a 3-up, 3-down inning. Instead, you get that extra out, and now all of a sudden, as there's a foul ball that goes into the north dugout, everybody looks to be okay. Good teams take advantages of the 4th out, if you will, in an inning, and West Fargo hasn't gotten that quote-unquote 4th out yet. Here's the 0-1. Popped up foul, now 0-2 to Courtney Doctor, who lined out to Purdy at short her last time up in the first. Packers looking to put up a crooked number. Schneider 1 strike away from her second strikeout. 0-2 is fouled, and we'll do it all over again. So Packers able to get some traffic on the base pass here against Schneider, now looking to really open this game up a little bit. Fargo North left 2 runners on the first and a runner in the third as the sun is trying to peek through the clouds here at Coss Field. Fouled again, and Doctor is working, being behind the count, no balls, and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss up, now 1-2. The Shield Softball All-Star Series will be coming to this very venue on June 3rd and the 4th. June 3rd will be in Bismarck. June 4th will be in Castleton, but we'll have the Shield Softball All-Star Series for you here on yourliveevent.com. Here's the pitch. This one will roll to the catcher. Doctor down 0-2 has worked the count now to 0-2. A 3-2. And that'll be a bases loaded walk to make it 2-0. Coming in to score will be Oslin. Kackman will take third. Dye will take second. And Doctor now at first. It's a 2-0 bases loaded walk on the way here for Doctor. As we bring up Kendall Krenz. Grace Weary of West Fargo going to be part of that Shield Softball All-Star Series. Representing some of the best seniors in the state of North Dakota. It's an East versus West, so the best from Class A and B in the East go up against the best from Class A and B from the West. The West has kind of owned the series as of late in the Shield Softball All-Star Series. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground. This one over the pitcher, and Schneider, the second baseman. Nest does a good job covering it up. 4-3 on the put-up, but the Packers score 2 runs across on the inning, but they did leave the bases full. We head to the third. It's 2-0 on your liveevent.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
As we head to the top of the third inning with the new score, 2-0 in favor of the West Fargo Packers. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Fargo North Spartans. Olivia Calbus takes a strike. She was hit by a pitch to lead things off. It's now 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed, now 0-2. High school softball here today. The final game in Castleton. Of the 7 contests, we got 1 in yesterday, 6 in today. The 0-2 hit on the ground. This will go to the first baseman, Weary. She goes 3 unassisted, and there's 1 down. As Aubrey King with a pop-out her last time up in the first. So 1 down here in the top of the third inning is now the batters. And if you're in the first base dugout, have to contend with some of the sun that's making its way through the clouds. This is going to be a base knock on the way here for Aubrey King. It bounced off a Dye's glove to Doctor. Dye gave it all she had. It went right to the second baseman. Doctor trying to record King. Aubrey gets a base knock, and there's a runner on here for the Spartans. First hit of the game for Fargo North, as it's now Leah Hoffman. Runner at first base here for King. I'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. No balls and a strike with one out here in the top of the third inning. North for the first time up to the plate down in this game, as this one is fisted foul at 0-2. Twins baseball tomorrow at 1. Timberwolves basketball tomorrow at 7. And you got the Indy 500, the Coca-Cola 600, that and more on Memorial Day weekend. Kind of the unofficial official start to the summer. Here's the 0-2. Is this going to be swung on and missed and a strikeout? Aubrey Finn has at least one strikeout in every inning in the circle, 4 in the contest, and there's 2 down. Kenley Fisher with a strikeout her last time up in the first. This one swung on and missed. Now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the way here with 2 outs. The pitch by Finn. This one in there for a strike at 0-2. The 0-2. And that'll be a strike 3, looking to retire the side. Finn with back-to-back strikeouts. And the Spartans are out here in the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left. 2.5 complete here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Packers up by 2 coming to the plate.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's Military Appreciation Night and First Responder Night. Sponsored by FM Drain Cleaning and Services, Leinenkugels, and Finley Motors. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
Bottom of the third inning here. It's Vetter, Weary, and Finn, the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the West Fargo Packers, as it's getting a little chillier out from what we had earlier in the afternoon. But overall, all things considered, a pretty nice day to play softball here at Coss Field in Castleton. Game 6 of 6 here today on YourLiveEvent.com. And if you missed any of our coverage, check out our website, YourLiveEvent.com, or simply subscribe to our YouTube page. Type in the favorite team that you follow, Fargo North or West Fargo, for example. You can rewatch their semifinal games later tonight as well. Grace Vetter 0 for 1 with a line out to center to finish off the first inning. We'll work with the ball now 1-0. Bottom of the third here in Castleton. Packers been threatening in the first. They left the bases loaded in the second, but they did score 2 runs across. Here's a grounder. This will go to King at third across the diamond. Nice catch. Arrested there at first. 5-3 on the putout. 1 down. So now Grace Weary, part of the senior class here for West Fargo. Five seniors here for the West Fargo Packers. Grace is one of those, and the starting lineup, that is, for West Fargo. 1 ball, no strikes. Fisted, and this one will go foul at 1-1. Schneider right now on for her third inning of work in the circle. The pitch. This will be foul back now at 1-2. The goal every season, find a way to make it to state once you get there. Sometimes not so much the seed line, could be more of the matchup on who you play. Here's the 1-2. Foul tipped, and we'll keep it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the West, Dickinson, Minot, Mandan, and Bismarck High are the 4 teams that will make their way to Dickinson, with the midgets staying and hosting. Nice complex at Dickinson State. They put some money in out there. That's a nice softball complex, all turf as well, where that'll be the site of the State A softball tournament. State B will be in Jamestown at Trapper Field, and then you'll have Jack Brown Stadium hosting the baseball tournament on the B side. Here's the 3-2. hit in the air. That's going to be the right fielder. Gorder comes in. Able to see it, glove it for the out. And there's 2 down. Aubrey Finn will check in. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third for the Packers. Finn, first pitch swinging, hits one into center. This one carrying, but Calvis has enough room for a 3 up, 3 down here for Schneider in the circle. 3 completes in Castleton. It's 2-0 West Fargo with the Spartans coming to the plate.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we get to the top of the 4th inning here, let's get to our in-game update brought to you in part by the Red River Valley Fair. If you're just joining us, 2 runs across in the bottom of the 3rd inning for the Packers, or bottom of the 2nd inning, that is, for the Packers. Kackman with a RBI single. She shot one to left. That was able to plate Rosenthal. And then a bases-loaded walk by Courtney Doctor made it 2-0 to bring in Oslin. That's been the difference in this one so far. An in-game update brought to you in part by our friends at the Red River Valley Fair for 3 weekends of summer fun upcoming in July, with June the 28th through the 30th, July 4th through the 7th, and July 11th through the 14th, the Red River Valley Fair. Blake Shelton, Ludacris, Skillet, Hairball, and more, all at the Red River Valley Fair. Go to redrivervalleyfair.com. 1-0 pitch is going to be fouled. Jada Purdy here. Now 1-1. Flew out to the center fielder, Kackman. That possibly could be the play of the game on that sliding play there by Kackman to finish things off in the 1st inning. With 2 runners on as well at 1st and 2nd. Here's the 1-1 on the way for Finn. Now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. The senior Finn against the sophomore Purdy. Jada with the complete game win for Fargo North against Red River to get them to this championship game. The 1-2 popped up and foul, and we'll do it all over again. Finn back on the rubber here in Castleton. Able to look in behind the plate there. The 1-2, check swing. Happenfuss, they will not look to see if there was an appeal. It'll be 2-2. Vetter at third with Dye at short. Doctor at second and Weary at first in the infield here for the Packers. 2-2 pitch out of the zone. Now 3-2. Oslin in left with Kackman in center and Krenz here in right for West Fargo. Fargo North got their leadoff runner in the 1st with Olivia. A hit by pitch, and since then they haven't been able to do that in the 2nd or 3rd. The 3-2. This is going to be jammed into center. Kackman coming in. Can't make the sliding catch. It's going to be a single on the way here for Jada Purdy. That's just the 2nd hit so far here for the Spartans. Woodard with the strikeout her last time up. Make that here for Fargo North. And now you'll have Woodard, and we'll see what the play is on here. Woodard looking to bunt. She went through the zone. It's now 0-1. No balls and a strike upcoming here to the lefty, Brooklyn. Swung on a miss, now 0-2. Swinner at first is Purdy. There's nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. Tie and run to the plate for the Spartans. Foul back, and there'll be no balls and 2 strikes. After the conclusion of this game, stay with us as we will name the senior athlete, the coach of the year, and the all EDC team after the conclusion of this game. And our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. The 0-2 didn't miss by much, now 1-2. Runner at first base again is Purdy. 1 ball, 2 strikes upcoming. And the pitch going to be lashed, and that'll be a foul ball. And speaking of not missing by much, not missing third base by much there with the hit. Vetter trying to take anything up the line, minimize any particular extra base hits away. The 1-2. Lashed, and that'll be a foul ball again. And we'll keep it at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fargo North, their 5, 6, and 7 batters here against Aubrey Finn, who's gone 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts in the circle. The 1-2. This will be out of the zone now, 2-2. Packers looking for their 22nd win of the season. Fargo North looking for their 13th. Spartans with a runner at first. This is going to be hit on the ground, and good battle upcoming right now by Brooklyn Woodard. A sophomore designated player working here in this one in a contest that is started at 6:48, now 42 minutes old. Here in the 4th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on and missed, and there's a strikeout. Woodard is retired. Finn is rewarded with strikeout number 6. Now Ainsley Ness, 0 for 1 with a strikeout here, comes up. The pitch. That'll miss out of the zone. The runner, and Purdy just kind of taking a step or two, staying put. Kind of playing cat and mouse with the catcher here a little bit. 1-0 on the way. This is going to be hit right back up to Finn. Finn immediately doesn't even look to get the lead runner. She just says, let's get the sure out at first and get 1 out closer to trying to get out of the inning. So 2 down now here in the 4th. 1-3 on the putout. Ness is retired. Purdy will take second base, as Rasted will come up with a walker last time up. 2 down here in the 4th. Rasted will see this one go out of the zone. 1-0. Fargo North, 5 batters in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd and 3rd, and so far 4 batters here in the 4th. The pitch. This will be off the catcher's glove here, and there'll be a pass ball to allow Purdy to get to 3rd. 1-1. Good pitch, though, by Finn to get the strike. Pappenfuss unable to corral that one, had so much spin on it. That'll be 1-1 upcoming. The Spartans looking to get their first run across 60 feet away. 1-1 in there for a strike now at 1-2. Aubrey Finn has a chance for strikeout number 7 here in the circle. Will Riley looking to play to run across. The 1-2. This will be in the turf. Nice job there by Pappenfuss blocking that one. It's now 2-2. That's Fargo with 2 runs across in the 2nd. Fargo North looking to at least get one of those back here in the 4th. 2-2. That'll miss in, now 3-2. It's how the crowd's into it, hanging on every pitch of the CDC Tournament Championship. The full count upcoming. This is fouled off, and Aubrey Finn's had to work a little bit against these North batters in the 4th. Purdy worked the count full. Woodard, foul after foul. Ness was retired on 2 pitches, but now Riley again working the count full and fouling a couple off here in the number 8 spot of the lineup. 3-2, and Finn gets the punch out. Strikeout number 7 here for Finn. No runs, a hit. There were no errors and a runner left on base. North has left a runner on in every inning at least here in this EDC Tournament Championship. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Packers up by 2.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Bottom of the fourth inning, first pitch to Brooklyn Williams here is a ball. Williams, Oslin, and Kackman. And some auspicious clouds are making their way through Castleton from what we were here yesterday after a tornado watch in the Cass County area. Here's the 1-0, and this one is going to be fouled at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike here. Bottom of the fourth inning, West Fargo trying to add on to their 2-run advantage with Williams, Oslin, and Kackman, the 8, 9, and 1 batters again to the plate. Packers in their green uniforms, the tops, the white numerals, white lettering with Packers across the front with the black pants. 1-1 off-speed pitch by Schneider, now 1-2. Fargo North in their all-blue uniforms, white numerals with Spartans across the front in gold. Schneider 3 innings of work so far, the 1-2. Now 2-2. Giving up 3 hits. Those 2 runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout. This is going to be flared to second. Ness with the backhand, and she gets the out. Oh, soft line drive out for out number 1. As Delia comes up to the plate. Number 9 batter here for the Spartans. This is going to be hit up the third base side, and that'll go foul. Now at 0-1. Bottom of the fourth inning here from Cosfield and Castleton. A lot of people to thank for having this tournament get on, including Travis Lamar and the Central Cass School, in terms of allowing us to be here. Mark hanging out with the burgers and the brats and everything else in the concession stands, feeding us a little bit here as well. The 1-1. This is going to be hit up the third base line. That'll go foul again. Now 1-2. Also to the Metro Tournament, the Fargo Parks and the Fargo schools who put a point-to-point system in at Mickelson Field to have some internet there for us to come in, but we never ended up playing a game at Mickelson, but thanks to them for helping us out. Alongside with Dan Schultes, trying to navigate through Mother Nature throughout the week, going through these respective EDC schools to find times, not to mention final school days for some on top of it as well. The 1-2. That one will miss outside now, 2-2. For the Packers, after Oslin, it goes back through the third time through the lineup then with Kackman on the on-deck circle. 2-2 pitch. Something Schneider's hasn't done too much of here today in terms of a lot of 3-ball counts. There was a walk in the first, a walk in the second as well, and a walk in the third. Here's the 3-2. Pop-up, that's going to go to left. Playable, and that'll be an out here for Hoffman. 2 down. As now you have Caitlin Kackman. Kackman with a walk in the first, a single in the second with a stolen base, was stranded at third in both innings. Kackman, first pitch swinging, flares one into left. The left fielder is there. Hoffman in fair territory to retire the side. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Packers here in the fourth. 4 completing the EDC Tournament Championship game. We head to the fifth in Castleton on your live event.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Top of the fifth inning here on yourliveevent.com as we make our way to the final 3 innings of this EDC Tournament Championship game here in Castleton from Cosfield. Sonia Gorder with Olivia Calbus and Aubrey King, the 9-1 and 2 batters due up here for the West Fargo Packers. For the Fargo North Spartans against the West Fargo Packers. As Gorder here hit a ground out in the second, 1-4-3 off of Finn's glove. This one will be foul. It's now 0-1. So no balls and a strike to the 9 batter here in this contest that is nearing the hour mark here in Castleton. Here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming. Hit in the air, that's down the right field line, but that'll slice foul. And oh, what a catch in the hat! What a catch in the hat down the right field line. Sir, I'd like to talk to you after the game if you catch another one. I'm just going to put it that way. That doesn't happen too terribly often. You get one in the hat. If you get another, well, must be your day. No balls, 2 strikes on the way here for Finn. Finn, check swing, did you go through? The batter says, yes, I did, as she took a step back, and Finn earns the strikeout. That'll be her 8th. Back-to-back Ks for Finn. She's struck out 3 of the last 4 batters, and there's 1 down here in the 5th. Calbus coming up now here for the Spartans. This will miss. Now 1-0. Our last 2 games well pitched. 3 runs combined with Davies and Cheyenne. So far 2 runs here in the 5th. After a plethora of scoring throughout the other parts of the EDC tournament. 2 balls, a strike, 1 out. Finn in the circle here for the Packers. This one will work on the zone. Something that we haven't said too much of for Miss Aubrey Finn is a 3-0 count. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out here to the leadoff batter for the Spartans. Taking all the way is a strike now, 3-1. Taking a look at the grandstands, a couple of rows deep. Also up the first and third base lines. This one is going to be hit on the ground. Doctor is there. Throws it across to Weary. 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. Aubrey King, the third baseman, 1 of 2 today, will dig in. Spartans right now trying to find a way to get some traffic on the base pass. A single in the third, a single in the fourth. But they still have left a runner on in every inning. So they've had chances. They just haven't been able to string them together or get back-to-back extra base hits. It's now 0-1. Well-played game as well. No errors between these two. The Packers have left 5 runners on 3 hits. Fargo North so far 2 hits with 5 runners left on base. I'll go outside. That particular pitch has a lot of rotation on that softball. Rarely moving right at the plate. Dipping out of the zone. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss. Now 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here with 2 outs. The pitch. This will be fouled in the netting, and it will be 2-2. Bottom of the 5th for the Packers. 2, 3, and 4 batters with Dye, Doctor, and Krenz in the bottom of the 5th inning. A 2-2 upcoming here for Finn. Looking for the third strike. Instead, it will be a ball. Second consecutive batter here for North that's worked a 3-ball count against Finn. Here's the 3-2 on the way. This will be fouled off the inner ankle of Aubrey King, and King will try to walk this one off. The reason why you see a lot of times in the Major League Baseball, guys will wear protective padding at different times just to try to keep that ankle as best as you can out of harm's way. That's King Try to shake it off here with a 3-2 here from Finn. This is going to be popped up out of play, and we'll keep it at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2. That'll miss. King earns a walk. 3rd walk of the game for Finn. Taking a look out west. Final in baseball out west, Bismarck Legacy defeats Minot, so Legacy will be the 1 seed. Minot will be the 2 out west in baseball. Runner on first here for the Spartans, as this one will be fouled back with Leah Hoffman, who's able to reach base back in the 1st. No balls and a strike here with 2 down. The pitch. This is going to be hit into right. That's going to drop for a 2-out single. The Spartans with runners now at 1st and 2nd. So King will take 2nd. Hoffman will take 1st. Kenley Fisher 0 for 2 today with a strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging. Coming up here for the Spartans. Fargo North, best opportunity to score since they had it in the 1st inning in terms of runners on. They did leave a runner at 3rd last inning in the 4th with 2 outs. This one is going to be popped up, playable. Weary comes in, gloves it, and the basket catch to retire Fisher and the side. There were no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left. Aubrey Finn, 5 innings of work in the circle here for the Packers. It's West Fargo 2, Fargo North scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning here in Castleton, and what has been, just like we saw with Davies and Cheyenne, a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Both teams have had chances to maybe break up the game a little bit offensively, but West Fargo has only really been able to do that in the 2nd, and they still left the bases loaded. West Fargo, and Schneider's done a good job since the 2nd inning. She's retired 7 consecutive batters since then. While Finn on the opposite side has done a good job just scattering a hit there, a walk here, and just hasn't allowed Fargo North to really get anything in consecutive order together at the plates. Dye, Doctor, and Krenz, the 2, 3, and 4 batters, stew up. Sydney Dye, a single in the 1st, a walk in the 2nd. Packers looking to try to add on to their 2-run advantage here for some insurance. You're in the bottom half of the 5th. This will miss for a ball, now 1-0. A generator in left center field running her cameras probably on empty pretty quick as this one is going to be hit out to center. Oh, what a gloving catch by Calvis. Calvis maybe had 3 more feet to work with before she hit the wall. Calvis with a line drive out, and there's 1 down. Now, both teams have played awfully well in the infield and the outfield here. Part of the reason why they're in this championship game, and there's 1 down. This will miss Courtney Doctor, now 1-0. Doctor walked her last time up in the 2nd. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Schneider. Now 2-0. These 2 teams going back and forth at it. West Fargo leads it by 2 with a 2-0 count upcoming. This one's going to be on the ground to King. King with a nice throw across to rest at 5-3 on the putout. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th as it brings up Kendall Krenz, who's 0 for 2 today with 2 grounders to Ness over at second base. Gorder in right with Hoffman in left. We mentioned Calbus again in center. Purdy at shortstop, King at third with Fisher behind the plate. Rested at first and Nest at second around the infield. The 1-0. In there for a strike at 1-1. Top the 6 with the Spartans. It'll be Purdy, Woodard, and Ness. The 5, 6, and 7 batters. This is going to be filleted right to right. Make that right to Ness over at second. A little soft line drive out in a 3-up, 3-down inning. And all of a sudden for Schneider, she hasn't given up a hit in the last 3 innings of play and has retired 10 consecutive batters here for the Spartans. Scoreless through 5 in the EDC Softball Championship for North. The Packers, 2 runs in the second, but outside of that, they've been scoreless as well on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Top of the 6th inning we go. Can Fargo North find the puzzle that is Aubrey Finn and find that missing piece, if you will, to try to string a couple of hits together? If not, Fargo North will be down to their final 3 outs going to the 7th sooner rather than later. But right now, North has 6 outs to work with, down by 2. In an EDC softball tournament that has been quite well played here today in Castleton. We have yet to go extras. No announcer's jinx if it does, but I'm just saying we haven't done that yet here on the EDC softball bingo card, as it's now 0-1. Jada Purdy, a single in the 4th, 1 of 2 so far here in this contest. This is going to be hit on the ground to the second baseman. Glove there by Doctor. Goes to Weary, 4-3 on the put-on. There's 1 down. Brooklyn Woodard, the sophomore designated player, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. The designated player here for Fargo North. 1 down as Finn with the pitch. That'll miss out of the zone at 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 offering. This one's going to be fouled at 1-1. Also wishing those who served a good Memorial Day weekend. As Memorial Day weekend, again, remembering those who have put their service in, their life on the line, and also those over the years who have not been able to come back home. So make sure on this Memorial Day you thank those who have been able to serve across the United States. As that'll be in remembrance on Monday. The 1-1. This one goes off the glove of Happenfuss, but it was swung on and missed by Woodard as it makes it now 1-2. West Fargo Packers trying to win their 2nd consecutive tournament championship and 3 in the last 6 tournaments. A 1-2, that'll miss. Now 2-2 for Fargo North. Trying to see if someone, again, the last 5 tournaments, it's been a 1 seed or a 2 seed that has won this tournament. The Spartans trying to upend that as a 4 seed as the Packers are the 2. The 2-2. This one foul back into the netting. We'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most batters to the plate in an inning that Finn has seen is 5. Once in the 1st, and that happened in the 5th. The 2-2. That'll miss now 3-2. As we're nearing our 11th hour of coverage here today in Castleton. Full count on the way for Aubrey Finn. This is laced, but hit up the third baseline foul. A little behind there was Brooklyn Woodard, but we've seen her do this in her last at-bat in the 4th. Fouled off about 4 to 5 pitches before Aubrey Finn won the battle and earned a strikeout. That was Aubrey's 6th of 8 Ks at that particular juncture. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, and Finn gets her 9th strikeout of the evening. 2 down here in the 6th. Now it's to Ness. Ainsley trying to see if the Spartans can get a 2-out rally brewing here in the top of the 6th. This will miss for a ball at 1-0. For the Packers, they're 5, 6, and 7 batters with Grace Vetter due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Aubrey Finn delivers a strike, now 1-1. One ball, one strike on the way. Finn here to Ness with the 1-1. In there for a strike at 1-2. Rasted due up next if Ness can somehow get aboard here in the 6th. Swung on and missed, and Aubrey Finn now in double digits with 10 strikeouts. It's the first 3-up, 3-down inning for Finn in the circle as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-0. Packers coming to the plate.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Still to come, we'll get to our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. Your one-stop travel hub for all of your road trip requirements. They got you covered 24/7 around the clock every day of the week. Whether it's food, whether you're looking for gas, a quick little pit stop, that and more, check out the Petro Stopping Center just off 45th Street in I-94 in Fargo. Once we get there, we'll take a look at the final box score in this one. We'll get to the All-EDC team, the Senior Athlete Coach of the Year, that and more still to come. As the sun is making its way through the clouds in left field, as we'll have Vetter, Weary, and Finn. First pitch swinging. This one is popped up to second. Ness is there, and there's one down. So a pop up to the second baseman as Ness is retired. As this one will miss for a ball, it's now 1-0. Grace Weary 0 for 2 in the contest. This is going to be hit in the air to right. The right fielder, Gorder, comes in. That'll be 2 down. So Schneider has done just about everything as Aubrey Finn has done awfully well in the circle. The problem was just the second inning. A couple of free passes, some timely hitting, bases loaded walk. The pitch. It's now, make that a 1-0. And for Schneider here, 2, 5, 8, 11. She's retired 12 straight. This could be a chance to make it 13 straight. A pop out here, the shortstop, and it is 13 consecutive batters retired by Schneider. Purdy at shortstop to retire the side. Another 3-up, 3-down inning for Schneider here as we head to the top of the 7th inning. West Fargo 3 outs away from winning the EDC tournament title. North will need a couple of quality at-bats to extend this game or take the lead here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on Your Live Event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to YourLiveEvent.com.
Top of the 7th inning we go here on YourLiveEvent.com. Fargo North down to their final 3 outs in the EDC Tournament Championship in a game that's gone 71 minutes so far here from Koss Field in Castleton. As coming up to plate, 8, 9, and 1 batters. Riley Rasted due up here for the Spartans. This will miss. Now 1-0. Gorder and then Kalbus upcoming here for the Spartans. 1 ball, no strikes on the way. Aubrey Finn looking for the complete game win. Not chasing, now 2-0. And for the Spartans, it's all about trying to find a way to get the tying run to the plate, eventually on base, and seeing if you can get her in. 2 balls, no strikes. Finn able to paint the zone there, now 2-1. The Spartans 5 batters in the first and 5 batters in the 5th inning were the most they've sent to the plate against Aubrey Finn. But Finn works behind the count now 3-1. Something that Aubrey's done outside of 1 inning. That was in the 4th, getting a leadoff batter out in the circle. 3-1 upcoming here to Riley. This is going to be hit in the air. That's down for a base knock. And being out or safe, they're going to say safe as the right fielder Krenz nearly threw to Weary, but threw it just enough up towards second that Weary had to come across. But regardless, Riley gets on base with a single. The 3rd hit of the contest here for the Fargo North Spartans, and we'll have a courtesy runner on in the game as Jersey Aggie will come on here. So Jersey, the sophomore, will come on as Sonia Gorder will come up to the plate. Tying run here for Fargo North. They get a leadoff single on the way here for the Spartans. That's their 4th hit of the contest against Finn. The pitch. That'll be in the zone. Quick throw back. Now 1-0. Spartans looking for some magic here in the top half of the 7th inning in Castleton. But they kept themselves within striking distance thanks to Schneider in the circle. And here's a hit by pitch. The Spartans, for the first time today against Finn, have their first 2 runners aboard. Runner at first, runner at second. Pat Johnson's going to talk it over here at the infield. So you have Aggie at second. Gorder stands at first. And now the top of the lineup here with Olivia Kalbus. Regardless of what happens, give credit to Schneider again. 13 consecutive batters. She's retired. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the 6th, all 3 up, 3 down innings, which quite frankly has allowed West Fargo to be within striking distance if you're Fargo North. And the story of this game right now is a potential strikeout in the 2nd that they didn't record to get the runner out at first on the throwdown, and they gave him a 4th out, and that's been the difference so far. 2 down. Or 2 on here with a 2-0 lead. Olivia hit by a pitch, 0 for 2 here in this game. Here's the 1-0 offering. Fouled as it's now 1-1. Winner squares off with Bismarck High in Dickinson. Loser has Mandan in the state quarterfinals. The 1-1 upcoming here with Finn. In there for a strikeout, 1-2. Aubrey King due up next here for North. Finn with 10 strikeouts here in this one. Looking for number 11 with 3 walks. 2 of them were hit by pitches. 1-2 is going to be popped up. The first baseman, Weary. They will give some chases. That takes a high hop about 3 feet. As everybody down the first baseline was duck and cover, is what that was. We'll do it all over again here at 1-2. So Kalbus gets another crack here at Aubrey Finn. The 1-2. That'll miss. Now 2-2. Well, you wanted the table setters and your 8-9 batters to at least get one of them on. They got both of them on. Now it's the top of the lineup here for the Spartans to try to do some damage. The 2-2. This will run in. Now 3-2. Full count on the way. Agee stands at second. Gorder stands at first. The go-ahead run at the plate with Olivia Calbus. The payoff pitch. 3-2 is fisted in the air. That's to left, and that's going to get down for a base knock. Everybody moves up 60 feet. A fisted off single by Calbus. Agee goes to third, Gorder to second, and Calbus stands at first. That's the 5th hit against Aubrey Finn. Bases full of Spartans and nowhere to put Aubrey King. King in the contest, 1 of 2 with a single and a walk. Tied run in scoring position. This is gonna stay close enough for the catcher. And smart on the third base side with Agee not to come down on that particular one, as it didn't get far enough from Pappenfuss behind the plates. 1-0 as the infield comes in. That'll miss. Now 2-0. West Fargo found themselves in a similar situation against Cheyenne in the semifinals. They eventually won 8-6, but they had an 8-5 lead going into the 7th inning. Weary had to work out of a jam. Now Finn trying to do the same against North, as this will be now 2-1. Packers looking for the first out here, while North trying to keep the line moving. A single, a hit by pitch, and a single here in the 7th. 2-1 offering from Finn. That'll miss out of the zone at 3-1. Leah Hoffman due up next. Spartans will gladly take a bases loaded walk. 3-1 upcoming. Here to the junior third baseman in King. 3-1, and there it is, a bases loaded walk. It's now 2-1. King will get the bases loaded walk. Agee comes in to score. Gorder will go to third base. Calbus goes to second, and King will be at first. And we'll see a new pitcher coming to the game. We'll let you know who it is next on your liveevent.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Visit us today at any of our 6 locations.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
As a new pitcher in the game will be the first baseman, Grace Weary. Doctor will make her way from second to first, and Finn will go from the circle to second. So that's the changes here. Finn, 6 innings of work, 5 hits. She's on the hook for all three runners, 4 walks and 10 strikeouts. Grace Weary comes up now, and it's now 1-0 here to Leah Hoffman. Grace Weary, 7 innings of work, 8 make that 9 hits with 6 runs, 5 walks, and 6 strikeouts against Cheyenne. This one is going to be thrown away. A run comes in. A second one comes in as well. It's a throwing error by Finn. And now all of a sudden you put the ball in play for Hoffman. She will scamper to second. Gorder comes in to score, and Calbus comes all the way in from second base. It's 3-2 Spartans. So 3 runs come in. A throw-in error by Finn at second. And for the first time in this championship, the Spartans have a one-run lead, make it 3-2. It was a one-hopper to Finn. She made the right play going home to try to get the lead runner, Gorder, out, but she threw it up the third baseline and not towards home. And now 2 runs came in on the air. First pitch swinging. There's a fly ball to left. The left fielder there, and Oslin is there. Here's the tag for the sacrifice fly. Coming in to score is King, and the runner at second base will stay there for the moment. The sac fly by Fisher, and now the Spartans lead at 4-2. So King comes in to score. It's the sacrifice fly to make it now a 4-2 contest. And there's one down. Purdy to the plate, first pitch swinging, pops this one to center. Kackman with a sliding backhanded catch in short center field. Out number 2, West Fargo still has an opportunity in the bottom of the 7th with their 8, 9, and 1 batters due up. Brooklyn Woodard. Fargo North with 4 runs all here in the 7th. This will be fouled. It's now 0-1. The Spartans with their 8th batter to the plate. It all started with a Riley single, hit by pitch with Gorder, a single by Calbus. And the bases loaded walk on the way there as well with Aubrey King. This will miss. So all the runs charged. All the runs charged again to Aubrey Finn. The runner at second with Hoffman. She would be charged to Grace Weary. 2 down, the 1-1. Swung on and missed again. It's 4-2 here on YourLiveEvent.com with Riley, Sonia, Olivia, and Aubrey all coming in to score. Runner at second is Hoffman. The 1-2 from Weary. Laced foul, and we'll do it all over again. Ness, the next scheduled batter here for the Fargo North Spartans. The north side looking to come back here against the Packers. Can they complete it in the bottom half of the 7th? The 1-2 swung on and missed, and Weary gets the strikeout. So Weary comes on, doesn't give up a hit. She does work 1 inning. Fargo North with 4 runs across, 2 hits, 1 error, and a runner left on base. We have played 6.5. Spartans 4, Packers 2. West Fargo now down to their final 3 outs. We return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Get ready for racing this Friday night at 7 at the Red River Valley Speedway. Family fun for everyone. This week it's Military Appreciation Night and First Responder Night. Sponsored by FM Drain Cleaning and Services, Leinenkugels, and Finley Motors. For details, log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com.
Well, the 4 runs for Fargo North's appropriate. They scored 4 runs in the first inning against Grand Forks Red River earlier in the day in the semifinals. Can they bookend it with 4 runs in the 7th inning to try to defeat the West Fargo Packers? Winner earns the EDC tournament title and the number 1 seed. Loser, finish runner-up, still make it to state and be the number 2 seed. Brooklyn Williams, Dalia Oslin, and Caitlin Kackman. It's the exact same part of the order in which Fargo North got 4 runs across with their 8, 9, and 1 batters due up, and now the Packers are doing the same thing here in the bottom half. As this will miss for a ball, it's 1-0 as the sun has made its way through the clouds and shining in full contingent now here in Castleton. The 1-0, that's going to be hit in the air. That's to right center field. The right fielder and the center fielder will see this one drop. That's in for a base knock. Williams sliding in, and she's out! She's out! She's out at second. Oh, what a throw! As Calbus and Gorder were looking at that one. Calbus throws it to Purdy, 8-6, and there's the out. Williams is retired. She gets the base knock, but out at second. And there's one down. This will be in there for a strike at 0-1. Oslin falling behind the count against Schneider. That was the first base hit against Schneider, mind you, since the second inning for Fargo, for West Fargo. And even with that, they still retire the batter at second base. This was close. Now 1-2. 4 hits against Schneider here in this one. This will be hit to center field. Calbus comes in and makes a sliding catch. 2 down as the Rowdy faithful are on their feet here in Castleton. Spartans looking for the comeback victory with 4 runs in the 7th. They're 1 out away from completing it with Caitlin Kackman at the plate. Kackman will take a ball. It's now 1-0. Kackman, 1 of 2 with a walk and a single and a stolen base here today. Now 2-0. The Packers looking to get the tying run to the plate. There's the 2-0. That'll miss. 3 balls, no strikes. Schneider with just 3 free passes, her last in the second. 3-0 is in there for a strike at 3-1. 3-1 upcoming with 2 outs. And Kackman will take the 5-pitch walk. So Packers still with life here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sydney Dye coming up. Calbus robbed her of an extra base hit in center her last time up in the 5th. 1 of 2 with a single and a walk, as this one will miss in. It's now 1-0. Courtney Doctor due up next if Sydney Dye can get aboard. 1-0. That'll miss now. 2-0. So back-to-back batters now for Schneider, falling behind the count. Trying to get that final out here for the Spartans. The 2-0 pitch, that'll be out of the zone at 3-0. As Fisher will come out and talk it over now with Schneider in the circle. Runner at first base again is Kackman. As Sydney Dye, 3 balls, no strikes here to the number 2 batter in the lineup for the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo 2 runs in the second. North with 4 runs all in the top of the 7th inning. Runner at first is Kackman. Here's the 3-0 from Schneider. Schneider able to deliver a strike and make it now 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Dye comes back in. The pitch. That'll miss for a walk. Tying runners aboard. Runners at first and second. As now you'll bring Courtney Doctor to the dish. 0 for 2 with a walker last time up. As Doctor looks down the third baseline and gets some instruction from Pat Johnson. As you can see now, the sun blaring in from the west in left center field. And so far for the Packers, their last couple of batters working with a hitter scout and taking ball 1 of Kackman, Dye, and Doctor here. Schneider with the 1-0. Able to work across a strike now at 1-1. Runner at second is Kackman, Dye at first. The 1-1 from Schneider. This is going to be hit up the first base line. Foul, and the Packers are down to their final strike. Schneider in the circle. Fisher behind the plate. Schneider with the 1-2. That'll miss. Now 2-2. There's been one strikeout for Schneider that came back in the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is hit on the line. That's in for a base knock. That goes into right field. Kackman around. She will come in to score. And for the West Fargo Packers, they have put this to a 1-run game with runners at the corners and 2 outs. 4-3. Good piece of hitting by Doctor. And the Packers have the tying run at third base. Kackman comes in to score. It's a single by Doctor, 4-3. Here's the pitch to Krenz. So Doctor with the RBI. Krenz, and that's the 4th consecutive batter that Schneider has fallen behind 1-0. Krenz will take a strike at 1-1. Kendall 0 for 3 with a line out, little soft line out to the second baseman Nez, her last time up in the 5th. Runners at the corners here for West Fargo. The 1-1 foul back now 1-2. Doctor at first, a tying run, and Cindy Dye stands at third. And there's 2 down as the Packers are down to their final strike. The 1-2 from Schneider. That'll be out of the zone, kept there close enough by Fisher. Now 2-2. You don't want to give up that tying run on a pass ball or a wild pitch. The 2-2 almost was a pass ball. The runner will scamper, so now the game-ending run is in scoring position with Doctor. After that one got in the turf, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Krenz. Krenz fouls this one off and will do it again. Mind you, all of this is with 2 outs, and mind you, this is also with the Calbus throwout of Williams at second base. Otherwise, it's a tie ball game. The 3-2, this will miss, and it's a walk. Bases full of Packers here in the 7th. Grace Vetter comes up to the plates. Vetter 0 for 3. You could say she's due. The tying run at third. The game-winning run stands at second. The pitch from Schneider. And the 5th consecutive batter that she falls behind the count, 1-0. Dye at third, Doctor at second, Krenz at first. Schneider the 1-0 pitch. That'll run up and in, now 2-0. 7th batter of the inning for the Packers after they saw North score 4 in the top half. The 2-0 pitch. Off speed in there for a strike. Good location, now 2-1. The last 2 games have been right down to the wire here in Castleton. The 2-1 pitch, foul tipped. And the Packers yet again are down to their final strike here in this contest. Bases full, tying run at third. Game-ending run at second. The 2-2 from Schneider. Swung on and missed! And the Fargo North Spartans are your EDC tournament champions. Schneider with her 2nd strikeout of the game, and Fargo North able to come back and complete the comeback here in the 7th inning. A run does come across on 2 hits. There were no errors, and the Packers left 3 runners on. Schneider will pick up the win here in this one. The losing pitcher will end up being Finn in a game that goes 1 hour and 35 minutes here today in Castleton. The Fargo North Spartans pick up the win 4-3, which North means that they're going to play Bismarck High. Mandan will play the West Fargo Packers. For Mandan, the first time they make the state tournament, they will get the West Fargo Packers. And this is our Petro Stopping Center post-game show as they will go through some of the accolades upcoming. For the Fargo North Spartans, they score 4 runs across. They were able to get 5 hits in this one. There were no errors. And then you also had 8 runners left on base. So the West Fargo Packers, they scored 3 runs. they would collect 5 hits, no errors, and the Packers would have 8 runners left on base as well. Schneider picks up the win. Finn picks up the loss. This is our Petro Stopping Center post-game show, as we will get to the EDC, all EDC team here. So the Fargo North Spartans improved to 13-6 on the season. The West Fargo Packers dropped to 21-7 on the year. As we will get to the post-game with the senior athlete and the coach of the year as well. And we'll get to the all EDC team here in this one. Schneider gets the strikeout of Grace Vetter with bases loaded. As we get to the all EDC softball awards ceremony. As this continues here, part of our Petro Stopping Center post-game show. So for Fargo North, 4 runs all in the 7th inning. For West Fargo, 2 runs in the 2nd and a run in the 4th. Packers come up runners-up as they did in 2022. In 2021, Packers won it last season. As we get to the all-conference team here of the EDC softball. As we will go through the lineup here. Sophie Rarick here from Fargo Davies, the 8th grader for the Eagles. She had one heck of a pitching performance against West Fargo Cheyenne, a complete game. Davies came up short, but Rarick, part of the all EDC team. These voted on by the coaches. As they will announce these players. Jada Purdy from the Fargo North Spartans will come on here. Able to get the win in the semifinals. Kenley Fisher earned the sacrifice fly for Fargo North. That sacrifice fly was the game-winning run. Kate Geisler from West Fargo Cheyenne will be part of the all EDC tournament team. McKenna Alexander also with West Fargo Cheyenne. So Sophie Rarick from Davies, Jada Purdy from North with Kenley Fisher from North so far. Kate Geisler and McKenna Alexander from West Fargo Cheyenne. And Lauren Larson here, part of the Valley City Highlanders, making it to a state qualifier before they came up short to Grand Forks Red River. Speaking of Red River, the #1 overall seed, Riley McQuillan, will be the all EDC performance here from Red River. As there's a handful sitting in front of us here in the grandstands. Taylor Kilgore gets a nice round of applause from the Red River faithful still in attendance. Brooklyn Soderberg here from Grand Forks Red River. Jocelyn Berg here for Grand Forks Red River. So 4 straight Red River Rough Riders here with McQuillan, Kilgore, Soderberg, and Berg. Part of the all EDC team. From Devils Lake, Callan Boleen, they fell to Fargo Davies yesterday in that contest before the Tornado Watch. Courtney Doctor for West Fargo. Caitlin Kackman here from the West Fargo Packers. Part of a second Packers so far on the list. Grace Weary will make it 3 in a row here for West Fargo. Talon Card here from Fargo Shanley had a nice, really good pitching performance against the Valley City Highlanders earlier today. From Fargo North, Olivia Calbus made some nice plays in center field. She will be part of the All-EDC team. Ella Weipert here from Red River will be the 4th different Red River Rough Rider. And Addie Rolstead here from West Fargo Cheyenne. So again, Sophie Rarick from Fargo Davies, Jada Purdy from Fargo North with Kenley Fisher from Fargo North. From West Fargo Cheyenne, Kate Geisler with McKenna Alexander. Also had Addie Rolstead. From Valley City, Lauren Larson. From Red River, McQuillan, Kilgore, Soderberg, Berg, and also with Weipert. For Devil's Lake, Boleen from the Firebirds. Talon Card from Shanley. West Fargo Packers with Dr. Kackman and Weary. And Fargo North again able to have Purdy, Fisher, and alongside with Olivia Calbus here, your all-EDC team here in 2024. As we still will have our Senior Athlete of the Year, our Coach of the Year, and then we will get to the presentation of the championship trophy as well. So that is your all-EDC team. As the next award here will be the Senior Athlete of the Year. As this will be voted on by the coaches here of the Eastern Dakota Conference. Kate Geisler from West Fargo Cheyenne, your 2024 EDC Senior Athlete of the Year. As she will have an opportunity to be the Senior Athlete of the Year in Class A in Dickinson next weekend.
Next, we'll present the EDC Coach of the Year Award. The Coach of the Year Award is sponsored by the North Dakota High School Coaches.
And then there's one more individual award before we hand out the trophy.
This year's EDC Softball Coach of the Year,
Anna Rose Rodriguez from Grand Forks Red River is your 2024 EDC Softball Coach of the Year here for the Rough Riders, as 3 consecutive years that Red River has made it to state. The Rough Riders will be the 3 seed going up against Minot High in the state quarterfinals. As Fargo North is going to receive their championship trophy here in this one. The Spartans win it by a final of 4-3 over the West Fargo Packers. When we come back on our Petro Stopping Center post-game show, we'll get to our Ordic Enterprises feature, Precision Play the Game. We'll try to hear from a particular player or two. That and more still to come. Again, your final here in this one. The Fargo North Spartans pick up the EDC Tournament Championship with the win by a final of 4-3 here in Castleton. Fargo North will finish this one off and be a 4-3 here again for the Spartans against West Fargo as we continue on our Petro Stopping Center post-game show after this, as they are taking those awards here in this one. Again, the Spartans are your champs of the EDC softball tournament.
Ball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back. With an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill, you'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
As we continue on our Petro Stopping Center post-game show, joining us now, here's the starting pitcher for the Fargo North Spartans again in Marin Schneider. At one point had 13 consecutive batters retired here in this one. Marin, what does it mean to be the EDC tournament champions here for Fargo North?
It honestly feels surreal. The fact that we're the first ones just means so much, like in program history. And I know that we had nothing to lose. So honestly, we just came out here with a fire under us and we got the job done and it feels amazing.
Talk to us about the 7th inning, 4 runs across. What are you thinking just for watching your teammates get on base, find a way to get productive outs, find a way to get productive walks, get hits? What was kind of going through your mind knowing, hey, we tied it, I'm coming back out here in the circle, for the bottom half of the 7th?
Yeah, I was super excited that we were actually in it, and I was super nervous actually. I knew that I just needed to have them put the ball in play, and I knew that my defense was going to have my back.
Speaking of defense, how about Olivia making a couple of nice plays out in center field here today? What is it like playing with someone like that in center who can cover some ground and obviously throw runners out as well at second base?
I know Olivia's an amazing teammate and a player in general. It's an awesome feeling to know that there's almost a guaranteed out when it goes to center field, and that's a really relieving feeling as a pitcher.
For you, the 7th in New West Fargo is not going to make it easy to try to come back. They get the bases loaded, but you're able to go up against Grace Vetter. You get the strikeout. When you see it go into your catcher's glove, what's going through your mind knowing that you guys are officially tournament champs?
Honestly, just no way we did that. We were coming in as the 4th seed, and we knew that we could do it, and we just needed to prove it to ourselves. And the fact that we did it, it just feels amazing. I'm still shaking because I'm so excited. So
Final thing for you, Marin. What do you enjoy most about this year's version of Spartan softball?
Honestly, we are such a close-knit group. There's no drama or anything. We get along so well, and we always have so much fun. And so we went into the game thinking, why not us, and let's just have some fun. We already made it to state. The pressure's off, and let's just go get a championship. So
Congratulations on the title. Best of luck in Dickinson coming up next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Again, Marin Schneider with us here. We'll hear from Olivia around the corner here in Castleton.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet Smartstrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, Smartstrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for Smartstrand. Rhino tested. Rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World. CarpetWorldFargo.com.
Join us now from the Fargo North Spartans. She is the junior center fielder. That is Olivia Kalbis with us here. And Olivia, for you guys to come out in this one, still in striking distance. What was the message? Even though, Aubrey Finn was dealing, she was getting strikes, she was getting strikeouts, but you guys still kept within striking distance. What was the talk in the 7th inning, knowing you're down to your final 3 outs, but what was kind of the talk in the dugout before you got to the 7th to score those 4 runs?
We just came in. Our coach kept saying, why not us? We had nothing to lose. We came into this game. We're making it to state either way, so why not go out and give our best and beat one of the top-seeded teams?
Able to do that. Talk about Marin Schneider, what you saw at 1 point, 13 batters, 4 innings in a row of 3 up, 3 down softball. What did she do in the circle to keep this team in the game?
I think she kept her composure. She knew that we had her back no matter what, and she just did what she's always done and got us the outs.
Able to get the bases going early with Riley, Sonia, able to both get on base. Just take us through your particular at bat, knowing that, hey, you got 2 runners on, nobody out. Try to keep the baton, so to speak, moving at that particular juncture in the 7th.
Yeah, I was just going in knowing I had a job to do, and Taylor on third base, she just kept telling me do it for the bumblebee. It's kind of an inside joke we have. So I knew I had to get a job done, and that's what happened.
How sweet was it? Because it was a large out there with Brooklyn Williams at second base. I know you almost bear hugged Gorder as well after the play and right, but just take us through the play. It gets it out to right center. Just take us through kind of the play, how you were seeing it as a center fielder to then eventually get the out at second.
Yeah, it went off the fence hard, and Sonia had my back. She made a great throw, and I just kind of went crazy out there.
Best thing about the 2024 Spartans is what?
We have each other's backs. We're all great friends, and we just came in again to the season. Why not us? Why can't we do it now? And we got our first year up on our banner at school, so it feels great.
Final thing for you, Olivia. What's the one thing that you guys hope to bottle up for these 3 games against Devils Lake, Red River, West Fargo, the 5, 2, and 1 seeds respectively, and what do you hope to bring with you out to Dickinson next weekend?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, we took it game by game, and that's what we're going to do at state. We just came in knowing we could do this, and that's exactly what we did, and we're going to do our best at state to do the same thing.
Olivia, congratulations on the win. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and best of luck in Dickinson. Olivia Kalbus with us here on the postgame show. Will continue after this.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Well, we heard from the players. It's now time to get to our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the game. Olivia nailed it right on the head. If they don't get the out at second to start the 7th, we could still possibly be playing. Instead, Brooklyn Williams is out at second after Kalbus and Gorder both kind of went into it in right center field. Gorder threw it to Purdy. That was 1 out, and then Schneider eventually got the strikeout with bases loaded to win it 4-3 in that one. That's our Arctic Enterprises feature precision play of the game in Hillsboro. They hope that you have a great and had a great spring planting season. They thank you for your business. For more information, go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. So here's the recap and what's going to happen upcoming in Dickinson next week. Bismarck High, the 4 seed from the west, will go up against the 1 seed from the east and north. Also on that half of the bracket will feature the 2 seed of Minot against the 3 seed of Grand Forks Red River. West Fargo, the 2 seed, will go up against Mandan, the 3 from the west. 4 seed is West Fargo Cheyenne against the top overall seed in Dickinson. Dickinson, the 1 seed from the west, Cheyenne, the 4 seed from the east. So that is a look at your state softball tournament bracket. On behalf of everybody, all of our sponsors, thanks so much to those that allowed us to be here in Castleton with Central Cast with Travis Lamar. Thanks again to the tournament committee, the Fargo Parks, and the Fargo School District for putting in an Ethernet line that we never used in the point-to-point in Mickelson, but we hope to use it next year at some point. So thank you to everybody there. Again, your final, Fargo North with the comeback win, 4 runs in the 7th. They defeat the West Fargo Packers, and as you heard Olivia Kalbus say, they take their first EDC tournament championship back to the north side as well. Good night from Castleton. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and join us for track and field coverage on Tuesday and some more softball and baseball coverage on Thursday from Jamestown here on your liveevent.com.